Right, Shalom. First and foremost, I want to start this lesson off by giving all the praise, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem Rakakwadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders, a great millstone. Honors to all the brothers who are fervently pushing the word in sincerity and in faith, and Shalom to all the sincere believers. Now, this lesson is going to be based on apparently someone accused of setting a homeless man on fire on a 3 train. So a lot of, heavy judgments have been going out lately. So through the Spirit, I'm going to read this article, get some precepts, and Lord's will, you're edified. It says police have released video of a man they believe set a homeless man on fire inside a subway train in Midtown. Investigators say the 56-year-old victim was on a northbound 3 train when he was approached by the suspect at the 34th Street Penn Station stop just after 3 a.m. Monday. Police said the man briefly stepped into the train car, set the victim on fire, and then exited onto the platform. The victim was taken to the hospital with serious burns. The investigation is ongoing. Now, if this actually happened, then that was judgment from the Heavenly Father. The Heavenly Father used this guy that you see in this thumbnail to set that man on fire, that 56-year-old man. That was the Lord's judgment upon that man. And like I said, there's been a lot of heavy judgments taking place lately. Or a lot more, I should say. Heavy judgments taking place. And this is how the Lord is punishing these wicked people, by seriously wounding or killing them through his judgments. Deuteronomy 32:39. See now that I, even I am he, and there is no power with me. I kill and I make alive. I wound and I heal. Neither is there any that can deliver out of my hand. And that's right. And through his spirits that are created for vengeance, the Heavenly Father does wound and kill people on a daily basis. Men, women, and children get judged by the Lord every day. And these judgments are only going to get worse. Because, like it says in Luke 21:22, for these be the days of vengeance, that all things which are written may be fulfilled. And the Lord bringing judgment upon these wicked people with whom he is angry with is something that's written, and it's clearly being fulfilled every day. Ecclesiasticus 39:28. There be spirits that are created for vengeance, which in their fury lay on sore strokes. In the time of destruction they pour out their force and appease the wrath of him that made them. And that man, this man in this thumbnail here, if he did in fact do what they're accusing him of doing, then he was a spirit of vengeance. The Lord used him to bring judgment upon the man who he set fire upon. And that judgment coming to pass appeased or satisfied the wrath of the Heavenly Father who made this spirit of vengeance. Because that's why the spirits of vengeance were created, to execute the judgments of the Lord upon whomever the Lord had in his target sights. So anytime somebody gets set on fire, somebody gets stabbed, somebody gets shot, that's, the Lord's spirits of vengeance executing his judgments. Matthew 24:12. And because iniquity shall abound, the love of many shall wax cold. And that's right. And we see that. There's a lot more, situations like this happening. Like people setting somebody on fire, somebody stabbing someone, someone shooting someone. Like there was a recent shooting, I think it was out in California. And it was like at a kid's birthday party, and a lot of kids got hurt. Some kids even got killed. And a lot of people are like, why would somebody go and shoot up a kid's birthday party? That's because the love of many is waxing cold. Like people don't care. And the kids, apparently, the kids were obviously not the target. It was somebody at the party. It was like I guess it was like a retaliation thing, maybe a gang related thing. But still, clearly somebody that can go to a child's birthday party and shoot up the place, clearly there isn't much love there. And that's just, from one person to another. Like, there's a lot of people out here who would be like, if I had a problem with somebody, but I knew that, they were like at a kid's birthday party, whether it was their kid or someone else's kid, I'm not going to go to that birthday party and shoot up the place. But there's a lot of people out here on the other side of that who don't care. And like I said, if somebody's a spirit created for vengeance, there's nothing that they can do. The Lord is going to put his spirits of vengeance where he wants them to execute his judgments. And like it says in Romans 2:11, for there is no respect of persons with Yahweh. So men, women, and children get judged. So those kids who got judged at that birthday party, they were not innocent. I know people will look at it and be like, they were just children. They had nothing to do with that. But in the eyes of the Lord, they deserve judgment. And that's why some of those kids got hurt. And I believe some of them got killed as well. Isaiah 48:22. There is no peace, saith the Lord Yahweh, unto the wicked. And that's right. Whether somebody's just chilling on the train, like this homeless man, he was just chilling on the train and somebody, you know, got on the train, set him on fire, and then left, you know? Or those kids at that birthday party, somebody rolls up and just shoots up the party. People going to the mall, just shopping at the mall, someone runs up in there, shoots up the place. Somebody's at a massage parlor or an amusement park or a block party, and someone just rolls through and just plows down everybody. There really is no peace for these wicked people. The Lord is angry with these wicked people, like it says in Psalm 7:11. Yahweh judges the righteous, and Yahweh is angry with the wicked every day. And that's why these heavy judgments take place every day. And men, women, and children are affected. They're the ones out here getting wounded and killed. That's because in the eyes of the Lord, they're wicked. And they're deserving of the heavy judgments that they're receiving. Whether it's hit and runs, somebody setting somebody on fire, somebody stabbing somebody, a shooting happening. And these heavy judgments are only going to get heavier. They're only going to get worse. They're only going to happen more frequently because that's a sign of the times. Like it says in 2 Timothy 3:1. This know also that in the last days perilous times shall come. And when you look up the definition of perilous, it means full of danger or risk. And we are clearly in dangerous times. And the dangers are only getting more frequent. They're only popping up more and more. And there's nothing anybody can do to stop it because this is the will of the Heavenly Father. Like it says in Psalms 9:16, the Lord Yahweh is known by the judgment which he executeth. The wicked is snared in the work of his own hands, Higgaion Selah. So all of this violence is the judgment of the Lord. This is his judgment. This is his vengeance. This is his wrath. This is his anger being brought upon wicked people. And like I quoted in Romans 2:11, that there is no respect of persons with the Heavenly Father. So there's going to be plenty of elderly people, plenty of children, plenty of women out here getting punished, getting wounded and killed. And there is no stopping it. See, those of us of the hopeful elect, we understand what time and season we're in. We understand why these things are happening. But for these simple-minded, carnal, wicked people, they can't wrap their head around it. They don't understand that this is all the judgment of the Lord. This is the Lord punishing wicked people with whom he is angry with. These are not random judgments. These judgments are wicked people reaping what they have sown, for provoking the Heavenly Father unto wrath with their non-stop wicked actions. And even though some people will look at this situation here, this man on a train getting set on fire, and be like, that homeless man wasn't bothering anybody. That's not the point. The point is that the Lord wanted to judge that homeless man. And the Lord decided that that was the prime time to do it. And so the judgment was executed at that time. Plain and simple. The Lord makes moves when he wants to. And he doesn't have to explain his reasoning for why he wanted that judgment executed upon that particular person at that particular time. Because he is the Heavenly Father. He does what he wants, when he wants, how he wants, to who he wants, and there's nothing anybody can do to stop him. And more of these wicked people are going to find that out the hard way in these last days. And those of us of the hopeful elect, we have to just continue to see these things take place and acknowledge them for being the judgments of the Lord, and just pray that the Lord continues to keep a righteous spirit upon us so we continue to do the things which according to the scriptures are pleasing in his sight, and we don't end up receiving these type of harsh judgments. Because, like it says in Proverbs 19 and 23, which I'll get it. Proverbs 19 and 23, the fear of the Lord Yahweh tendeth to life, and he that hath it shall abide satisfied. He shall not be visited with evil. And that's right. If you're out here fearing the Lord and living your life in accordance to that fear, you know, not doing the wicked things that are going to anger the Lord and provoke him unto wrath, then, like it says, ye shall not be visited with evil. A lot of people are out here being visited with evil, being visited by the spirits of vengeance of the Lord because they don't fear the Lord. And that lack of fear has them out here doing wickedness, doing things that are angering the Lord. And then in due time, the Lord, he sends those spirits of vengeance to execute his judgments upon those people. And because a lot of people have been lied to, going up in these harlot houses, aka these churches, and they're being told that the Lord loves everybody and that he doesn't care what you do, and that the Lord loves the sinner, but hates the sin, which is nonsense. Because these people have a very warped view of who the Lord is and how he operates. They don't have that fear. They really think that no matter what they do, the Lord is just going to turn a blind eye to it. And that's not how the Heavenly Father operates. You know, all of these people that are continuously doing wickedness and waxing worse and worse in their wickedness, they're just tempting the Lord. They're just provoking him. And that always ends badly. It always has ended badly. It always will end badly. And these wicked people are going to continue to learn that lesson the hard way. So with that, I'm going to wrap it up here. Closing, I want to give all the praise, honor, and glory unto Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem Rakakwadash, the Wadi Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, for putting the spirit on me to do this lesson. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Honors to all the brothers who are fervently pushing the word in sincerity and in faith. Shalom to all the sincere believers. Hope you all stay strong, stay safe, stay fervent, stay circumspect, stay prayed up, and Adawan Ratazah. Until next time, Shalom.